Okay, now I'm going to show you how to set up a transaction in Zipform Plus, and it all starts with the website NARRPR. This is the website NARRPR, and you type in the property address, and it'll pull up that property. Gotta hit search and click Zipform Transactions right here. And you want to start a new Zipform transaction. And click Go to Zipform. It'll log you back into your Zipform. And the first thing you want to do is apply a template to this transaction, and it's going to be the new buyer's packet. And it'll pull all the documents into it. Okay, there are the rest of them, I'm sorry. And if you look at the cover sheet, sorry, it's doing something weird. Sorry, I don't know if everything just went offline or what. But if you look at the cover sheet, a lot of the details about the property have already been populated into the cover sheets directly from NARRPR. Let me try using this. Okay. If you go back into the document, and you look at the cover sheet, you can see that there's a lot of stuff there already. The first thing you want to do before you start filling in documents, though, is you want to add the contacts that are party to the document. So you go to Contacts and click the plus sign to add new. You always want to add yourself. You can name your categories. I've got mine named agents, lenders, attorney, buyers, sellers, whatever. Enter all the stuff for all the parties in the document. Then when you go back to the transaction, you open it back up, click Parties, and the seller will already be there. Click New, Buyer 1, and over here click Add Contact. Go to your address book and pick somebody and pick your buyer. Look, I made Betty Klein a buyer. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Click New again, Buyer 2, if there are 2 of them. A lot of times there's 1. And do that. Add yourself. You are the selling broker. Click Add Contact, Address Book, and find you. Now, one thing that it does here that I don't really like, but I don't know how to change it, you've got to go in and change the broker name to Vicky Ward and go over here and put yourself as the licensee and enter your phone number again. And even if you try to save it as contact, it won't save because it's weird. I don't know. Okay. Now when you go back to documents, you're going to see a miracle. On the contract for purchase, you've got the buyers, the sellers, you've got the property descriptions already there, the address. You know, you're still going to have to fill in a lot of stuff yourself, but a lot of stuff has been filled in for you. There's your name, your phone numbers, the address of the sellers, a lot of information about the buyers. And right here is the special provisions that I told you you could use the clauses for. So if you click on that and you click the little pencil and click that little book and find the clause that you want to use. I want to use the HVAC clause. Click insert and it puts it there. Or you can just type yourself in here and you can change that clause up. You can move some stuff around. You can enter some more clauses. You can type all kinds of stuff. And when you do, and you click back out, it's put it on the lines for you. Puts names underneath the buyers. And it does that in just about all of the forms. It does not do it on the working with the real estate broker form. I don't know why. So you've got to go in and put your name. And I think there is a way that if you are frequently putting the exact same things in fields that you can save that, but I don't know how to do that yet. That's something I've got to learn how to use. Dual agency still has already has a lot of stuff filled in there for you. Property issues addendum has everything filled in for you that you need. Lead-based paint disclosure has everything filled in there for you that you need. Although it puts you over here. I mean, it's kind of just, it's done for the seller. It's not done necessarily for the buyer. So, well, still they can check there. So I don't know. You hopefully will be using the one off the MLS though. All right, these RE/MAX specific forms. Although it looks like you can write in them, and I'll show you because I thought I was writing in them. And sign. When you click back out of it and you open it back up, it's not there. So these forms you will either have to print out and handwrite or fill them in with the e-sign program, the DocuSign or whatever you're using to sign your forms. Okay, so you filled in all your forms and you are ready to get them signed. You click the e-sign button and you want to create an e-signature packet, and you're going to put all the forms that need to be signed in that packet. Let me put earnest money and contract addendum in there and click next. Mine is going, and I don't want to put somebody else's, there we go, email address and take a chance that it sends them. And you can change the order by dragging them here, but you're going to click next. And if you're using DocuSign, it's going to take you into DocuSign. DocuSign wasn't working earlier. Oh, it's working now. Maybe. Yes. When it goes into DocuSign, it takes you straight to where you're going to start adding signatures. But there's something you need to do. So you click this Go Back, because usually this person is the one signing the document, and this is the person you're wanting to send the document to. So you're going to click Set Signing Order, because you don't want this person to receive it before this person has signed it, and go over here and change this to Receives a Copy. Now click Next. You see I haven't filled in hardly anything on here. And click Signature, put the buyer's signature where it needs to go. You can resize them to where it fits. Click Date Signed and put the date signed right there. You do that for every document. Now when you get to one of the Remax documents, like the contract addendum, you're going to have to click this text, click Add Text, and you're going to have to make it a different size and enter the things that need to be entered in there. And just use the parts of this that you need. You can click Checkbox, click that. You can do check boxes on this, and then do your signatures like you normally would. You may want to, like the record of earnest money, checkbox, deposit now. But really, this is an in-house form, the record of earnest money deposit. So really, you don't want to send that to your seller. So let me get back. You want to delete that page because you didn't mean to put it in there. You just want to print that off for you to use later on. This little red X right there will let you delete that page. Okay, after you've put all the signatures, initials, and everything in there that you need, you click Send, and it goes to your client, and they will send it. When it comes back to Zipforms, it will come back as a signature packet. Let's see, find something that will show you what it looks like. It'll say signature packet, and it will have whatever you use to sign all those documents. Now, since we are going paperless, all of these documents have to be sent to Annette. So when you're ready to send a document to Annette, you go up here and click Send, or to anybody else, and click which documents you want to send. And I have added Annette to my address book. She's in here as Vicki Ward. She told me I had to change that. But the email address is Vicki, VICKEY .71588@mail.docusign.net. And all of those forms will go to Annette. You can put a subject line and you can type a message, but the program that Annette is using will not receive any of that. All it does is receives documents. But you can use this if you're sending something to another agent. You can put a subject line, and you can even copy yourself. You can even record a video message and type in a message, and it'll go to them just like a regular email, and they'll see all that information. You can also, if you have a client who is totally computer illiterate, I was fixing to be very ugly, and cannot figure out, doesn't have an email, doesn't do all this computer stuff, You can print these documents for them to sign in person. So you go up here to the little printer and you click which documents you want to print. And go over here and click print. You have to click continue. And they'll pop up in a separate window and you can print them. See, and it shows them all there. You can also add documents to this file, like if you have a document that was signed in person and you want to save it in this file because this is kind of like your online filing cabinet, you can add a document, browse for the file, and say find it somewhere on your computer. You might have left it in downloads, and add that file. Oh, I need to delete that. Before you email files to Annette, something we have discovered, it gets very, very confusing when she starts getting multiple files. You really want to rename these files, and you do that by clicking the little down arrow and edit details, and this is Newcastle Mandatory Arbitration Agreement. What in the heck is this? Oh, for your protection, get a home inspection file. That way, when she gets them, because she will get inundated by all these files, she knows what piece of paper goes in what file. And as you get more documents like your home inspection and things like that, once they're ready to go in your file that would normally be kept in the office, you will email it to Annette. There is one thing that I want to show you guys on the, not that, the client information sheet. We normally have never required this field right here, list source and list source, but we're going to start requiring that. We want to know where your client is coming from so that we can track it for you. So you're basically just going to put where you got that client. If it's a referral, church, FSBO, open house, buyer's ed class, sign call, open call, you know, there's all kinds of different places you could have gotten that client. It doesn't have to be Cousin Joe called me and told me to call this person. That's a referral. Just put it as a referral. And that is basically how you do a transaction in Zipforms. The next class is going to be how to set up tasks.